The ban by the NBC is expected because this is not the first time that the NBC is acting in this manner. Well, one would ask the question about the legal justification for this. And it is very clear that citizens have a right to express their views. And what Eedris Abdulkareem did was to amplify the concerns and the pain that Nigerians are experiencing. There's absolutely nothing he said in that song that it's not a reflection of our present reality. And all he has just done is to use music, because you use music to tell a story. You use music to communicate, your views, and it's a form of expression. And what he did was to use that form of expression, to express the concerns that Nigerians have.
This song that the NBC banned, this song where Eedris Abdulkareem sing, the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission say they don't ban am for TV and radio. They're not ban am for my phone. Anyways, I don't even know whether they ban am before they come to me. And they say they ban am allegedly. Me no see am. Thank you very much. So I won't play the song. Because the song is singing our mind. They really say guilty conscience, fear no accusation, the wicked runneth when no man pursue. That's the song they pay on for body. They release one count at that time, I don't see the song ban. And this one I want come ban. Because it don't tell you the truth again. In fact, the whole of this week, now this song I want to play. And the next week and the upper one. Everybody enjoy. If you don't say you join band, they come up from my page. Sorry. You know if you try out. Now why they ban the song? Allegedly. Please, we need more musicians to sing. Let's say they're not the year talk, more they sing. More they sing. African China. Don Jazzy. I stand the musician you want to hear next to the comment section. First the bad guy. And this is that one. Mr. Yakubu. At the end of the day, whether I like him or not, you people will hear us. Is the high time you realize this generation is not like the ones of our fathers. The ones you could scare and conquer. The better for all of you. That great day is still coming.
So guys, there have been a lot of reactions coming as a result of the song sung by Abdulkareem saying, Seyi, tell your papa hunger is too much in the land. That it's 2 years Tinubu has achieved nothing. That your papa is not the best president, but the worst president. If your papa do well, we will praise him. And if he doesn't do well, we will yarn him. So a whole lot of reactions are going on because in that song, Abdulkareem captured a lot of experiences Nigerians are going through, from increment in telecom tariff to increment in electricity tariff to bad roads, him focusing on building the Calabar Coastal Road that is going to cost Nigerians so much without Tinubu paying attention to roads in Nigeria. I mean, the already existing roads that are in bad shape. So he captured a lot of things. The hunger in the land, people can no longer pay school fees, people can no longer feed themselves. In short, he did justice to, the situation in Nigeria. He called out Tinubu, in his failure. Now, the NBC has banned that song. And a lot of reactions have been coming up. Nigerians have been saying the NBC does not have any right to ban that song. Take a look at this reaction and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Just take a look.
Now, as you might have heard, the Nigerian authorities have banned broadcasters from playing a song that criticizes the performance of President Bola Tinubu. Well, we asked the National Broadcasting Commission to send someone to come on the program tonight to tell us more about why they banned the song, but they said that no one was available. So let's dive right into it. And with me tonight are our guest commentators, Samson Itodo.
About impunity? There's impunity. In fact, I would say the contents of this song are really moderate, because we have seen worse situation within the Nigerian context. He's talked about corruption. Can we say there is no corruption in the country? He's mentioned weak institutions. He may not have used polished language like some of us will do, but what he has done is to use the language that the average man on the street understands. And so I don't think that, the decision taken by the NBC, it's in line and in tandem with the Constitution. And this is something that we can contest.
Is this ban, in your assessment of Eedris Abdulkareem's song, Tell Your Papa, a violation of free speech? I mean, the lyrics urged President Tinubu's son Seyi to tell his father that people in Nigeria are dying because of economic hardship and insecurity.
Well, thanks, Charles. I think that the ban by the NBC is expected because this is not the first time that the NBC is acting in this manner. Well, one would ask the question about the legal justification for this. And it is very clear that citizens have a right to express their views. And what Eedris Abdulkareem did was to amplify the concerns and the pain that Nigerians are experiencing. There's absolutely nothing he said in that song that it's not a reflection of our present reality. And all he has just done is to use music, because you use music to tell a story. You use music to communicate, your views. And it's a form of expression. And what he did was to use that form of expression, to express the concerns that Nigerians have. I dare say, Charles, I don't ask you, what is it that Eedris said that many people have not said? The fact that he put it in form of music, it's really unwarranted action on the part of the NBC, because first, it doesn't compromise national security in any way. There's no obscenity in any way. There's no hate speech in any way. It's, again, when he released Jaga Jaga under Obasanjo's regime, it was the same response from the state. But I thought that the state would be more concerned with responding with some of the actions it is taking to cushion the effect of some of the economic policies that this administration has introduced, but not to ban the song. Well, thank God for the democratization of information platforms. And you can ban the song, but you can't ban it on the hearts of Nigerians. You can ban the song, but you cannot ban the pain that Nigerians currently face. So I think it's just a reflection of the reality and nothing short of that.
Thank you very much indeed, Samson. Let me come to you, Dr. Taufik Raimi. If Nigeria is a proper democratic country, you are a member of the APC, the ruling party, and of course the government goes out of its way to say that, insist that it is a democracy and that it is keeping to the tenets of a democratic society. If it is, why can't an artist record a song that is critical of the president and which for many people accurately reflects, as Samson was saying there, what is happening in Nigeria?
Okay, thank you, Charles, and good evening to our audience everywhere across the globe. It's quite correct that we all enjoy, or we are guaranteed freedom of expression, freedom of speech within the Constitution of Nigeria as a democratic nation. However, we must also underline the fact that this freedom of speech is not, must be oriented within the context of sanity. The NBC that has slammed a ban on Eedris Abdulkareem song has quoted a violation. I think part of the question we need to ask is, did NBC, I'm not representing NBC here in any way, but as an analyst, my opinion would be that let us dip below the surface to look at the issues that they have raised. They have said that this song has contravened a section of the broadcasting code, and the code they cited is section 3.1.8. Has anybody, including the press like you, Charles, have you tried to look at what does that section provide for?
As a matter of fact, we have.
Good. And the issue is that do we have to now interpret what that section says? Because when we say we have freedom, this freedom must be oriented to bring sanity to this country. Of course, he has complained. He has put it in music, just like he has said. He will not be the first to sing song, but I believe the purpose of that song should be to call the attention of the president to what all of us Nigeria have been complaining, but to begin to mention name it's like an attack on the personality of even Seyi Tinubu, as I could say. So I want to believe that while the freedom of expression is good, every organization is guided, every practitioner within a given profession is guided by code. Like in the construction industry, you are building code. You won't say because you have freedom of expression, freedom of speech, or freedom to do things, you will not be guided by that. In finance sector, you have code. So NBC has code. So we should ask, are these artists, are they even aware of the code that guide their operation? So if they are aware, they should be able to live within that code. I think we should also separate emotion from the criticality of certain things that can bring incitement among the people. While the president will continue to do what he has asked that he will do based on the Renew Hope agenda, we need also to point out objectively areas that need improvement. This music should also be used to even identify areas that has been done well in order for us to have a balance.
Well, I mean, the point really here is the issue of the freedom of expression. We sit in television studios, people come in, they criticize the government. Samson made the point that what is the difference because it was put in music form. I mean, people sit here, the opposition criticizes the government, they talk about the policies that are not working, people complain, people protest, people go out onto the streets. But let me come to you, Abba Kaka. NBC said the song violated section 318 of the Nigerian Broadcasting Code. It said it was inappropriate and fell short of public decency standards. It's not the first time that Mr. Abdulkareem has fallen foul of the government. In 2004, his song Nigeria Jaga Jaga was also banned. I guess the question is whether the broadcasting code goes against the Constitution of Nigeria, which guarantees freedom of speech and expression, and whether this is a form of dictatorial censorship which violates the Constitution and which essentially misinterprets and misapplies the law.
Well, thank you, Mr. Charles, for having me again. You see, we are practicing a democratic system of government, and therefore free speech and free expressions are protected by the Constitution. And if anybody offers himself to lead either a state, local government, or the federal government, you know, there are things that come with the territory. And therefore, you know, under the Constitution, you know, citizens are, you know, expected to have free speech, even if the government doesn't want it. This is what democracy entails. And this issue of banning a song, I don't even see what's the really big deal about it, because this is just the same thing Nigerians are talking about every day, but, you know, it came in a, as my friend has said, in a form of a music. And therefore, you know, if you remember, there was a time the president himself said that we should, you know, Nigerians should not pity him. He looked for the job, he applied for the job, and he got the job. Therefore, you know, criticisms comes with the territory, and that should be expected and respected by NBC and others. Actually, if the president can say that, and overzealous, you know, surrogates of the president will go this far to ban this song. Actually, the song now is trending seriously, and Abdulkareem has become more popular than before, and therefore free speech should be respected at all times.
Okay, thank you for that. And I think you made an important point which I wanted to sort of emphasize and back up, because from what we're hearing, the song is like the one that was banned in 2004. this one is becoming a huge underground hit. And it's getting a sort of perverse promotion because of the ban, which rather defeats the whole point of what the government is trying to do. Let me come to you, Samson Itodo, because you represent a very prominent civil society group. It's well known beyond Nigeria, across Africa, and indeed in many parts of the world. I mean, I wonder what your group would do in these circumstances. Do you expect that either you or some of your colleagues in the civil society space will challenge this in court?
Well, Charles, we have said it uncountable times that what we are experiencing are levels of democratic erosion. And we will continue to advocate that democratic principles need to be respected. You cannot have a constitutional democracy without Democrats. It's really crucial that we ponder deeply on this. And as civil society, we'll continue to speak. This ban, it's an assault on the rights of Eedris Abdulkareem. And I know that there are conversations about strategic litigation to contest this in court because, quite frankly, again, there are conditions where you derogate from certain rights. And you clearly mentioned this previously. And I don't think, based on the circumstances and the facts of this particular case, and I don't think that this particular song, defies those principles established by the Constitution. And I think that we need to be careful as a country on how, we claim to be practicing this democracy. If you look at these elements of fragility, they are in different parts of the country. This is fueling discontent, because how do you silence a musician who has done nothing but amplify, the concerns of citizens? And all he has said is the same president's son who said this is the best president in Nigeria's history. He's asked that same son of the president to do what? To convey the message to the president, in case the president is not listening. What I expect the state to do is to say, acknowledge the fact that the contents of this particular song are a reflection, it's a feedback that citizens are providing. All Eedris have done is just amplify that cause. Again, let me make the point, you can ban the song for as much as you want, but you cannot ban the experiences that Nigerians are going through.
But let me ask you this, Samson, because, and I want to stay with you for a minute, because, I mean, we know that you are in very much in the public space, and the people see you as a sort of representative, an unacknowledged, if you like, representative of the people. I think the point that Dr. Raimi was raising was this issue of the fundamental principle of freedom of speech and the right of people in a democratic society to express themselves freely without government restriction, but matched against the fact that freedom of speech isn't absolute and there are restrictions against, I think you pointed that out earlier, hate speech, defamation, national security, etc. And there is the broadcasting code, and there are grey areas. And so the question is, how knotty a problem is that in terms of the way that people like the NBC interpret it?
I think it needs to be clear. See, there's a reason why you have said there are three rights, fundamental rights that are critical and central to a democracy. First is the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression, and the freedom of association. If you attack these three rights, or even one of them, what you get is a shrinking civic space. And that's the point that we have made consistently, that the civic space is shrinking. The Constitution is clear that yes, you exist within a community, and that community is bound by laws, that these rights are not absolute. The state can derogate those rights based on three conditions. If it contravenes or undermines national security, if it's hate speech, and then the third condition, that if it's defamation.
Yeah, obscenity as well.
None of this, based on my examination, and perhaps also for many people, that none of the content of this, meets this criteria or calls for derogation. That's my interpretation, and we can contest this in court because there is nothing he has said that is not true. Are you talking about impunity? There is impunity. In fact, I would say the contents of this song are really moderate because we have seen worse situation within the Nigerian context. He's talked about corruption. Can we say there is no corruption in the country? He's mentioned weak institutions. He may not have used polished language like some of us will do, but what he has done is to use the language that the average man on the street understands. And so I don't think that, the decision taken by the NBC, it's in line and in tandem with the Constitution. And this is something that we can contest because the NBC code is subservient to the Constitution.
Indeed.
Once the Constitution has guaranteed a right, any other law that runs contrary to the provisions of the Constitution, to the extent of its existence, is null and void. And that's why the supremacy of the Constitution is guaranteed under Section 1 sub 3 of the Constitution. And so these are the issues, and we just need to acknowledge the fact that in this instant case, this is a clear violation of Idris's right of speech.
And on that note, let us rest this discussion for now, but I'm sure it is one that will rise again in the days to come and possibly weeks and so on. And I do hope that someone goes to challenge it in court, because the issue, as you mentioned, Samson, of freedom of speech is absolutely essential that it is protected in a democracy.
I'm back. Yes, so Aluta continues. Then feel they only they arrest me. Then go. I don't tell the Nigerian police, say me like this, James Mike, aka Flag Boy, aka you talk you go die, aka you no talk you still die. Me, I must they talk. Then go arrest me tire. Cause first, all of us for this country in a prison we dey. I want to start to realize so we dey prison before this country go work. Understand? I don't see the reason whereby in a very peaceful protest, the Inspector General of Police when they expire for office, go unleash policemen, make them come the tear gas peaceful protesters. They oppress us, they intimidate us as if they within our rights. Understand? The right of this great nation, the constitution of this great nation don't give us that right to come out and have a peaceful protest. And we must get that peaceful protest. Understand? With all the hunger, the hardship, the insecurity, the unemployment, the frustration in this country, we make Nigerian citizens, young Nigerians like myself, they escape from Nigeria on a daily basis. They travel, go abroad. Some they go through desert, some they go through water. Some they die for roads, some they die for water. You understand? The country, they no fit come out to do anything. Federal government no care about us. We come out to have a peaceful protest. They expire the Inspector General of Police unleashing useless men on us. Started to beat us as if we be thieves. Beat me, molest me, carry me, go keep for SARS. But shout out to Mr. Showore, shout out to Barrister Deji, all the people that turn up for me. I salute you naturally. My voice, they no fit stop my voice. I must dey talk. Nigerians, it's time for us to stand up and ask questions. It's time for us to stand up and tell the government to work in our favor. We need to benefit the blessings of this land. You understand? We get everything when it takes to make Nigeria work, but now bad leaders, when no one make the country work, now then they suffocate the country. You understand? I still remember myself, James Mike, aka you talk you go die, you no talk you still die. They come out, I go still come out with my flags. I go still talk. Then go arrest me tire. You understand? That day then arrest me, then beat me anyhow, seize my flag. Imagine, now see the video, now see the way when Nigerian police no get regard for Nigerian flag. The symbol of this, like the number one symbol when make this country, waiting the country be, the Nigerian flag. Oh. Nigerian police they drag them for ground, then they tear them, they drag me anyhow, tear all my clothes. My uniform why they wear for my protest, my green why they wear, uniform when I sew why they wear. When no be their money I use swam, then tear them anyhow. You understand? Still tear my Nigerian flag, seize the flag, both everything. Me, I'm not giving up. They come out 100, I did streets 100. See this protest? We must be protest to hear our voice. We must talk. Me, I must be talk to the Nigeria work. And Nigeria must work for all of us. You understand? It don't be say it don't be. No go with it, they won't do me. Pass the arrest. Highest then go arrest me, then go beat me, then go tire. You understand? But right now, I need to get a new flag. I need to get more flags. Because in case then they arrest me, they will collect, I go still get around more flags. Understand? I know they ask for anything. I make Nigerians want to support me. I get new flag and what do they call them? New Nigerian flags, new Hunger Day flags, and the pole when they use with my uniform. My enter street again. They are my good day. You understand? No retreat, no surrender. Aluta continues. We must tell them, Tinubu, your government is the most failed government. If nobody go talk at me, I go talk and Tinubu, your government is the most failed government. The expired Inspector General of Police should go home and rest. As you take come out INEC chairman, take like that, come out this expired Inspector General of Police, men go rest. People, some young police officers today, when we say at their time, their next rank where they're supposed to promote them, they never promote them because of say one person did that office and no one come out. You understand? Show love. You know, give a wish.
Seyi Tinubu, since you decided to be wicked and useless like your father is very, very useless to us. Ever since your father come into power, it has been one problem or the other, one sorrow, one cry, one blood sharing to another. And you feel say make they clap for your papa? No way. As long as your father refused to do the needful, we are going to render insult, curses upon your papa. Especially somebody like me, I too take and too personal because it's affecting my life. So you know say what your papa they do no good. If on our like Mokona drop the song where Eedris Abdulkareem drop, we are still going to vibe on that song. We are going to vibe on that song because your father is very, very useless to us. Tell your papa make you do the needful now. He said make they drop this song. So you decided to be useless like your papa. That means you are dragging yourself. We go insult you and insult your generation. Anything that concerns you, we go insult you because your papa no go fit put us for suffer. Then we go come and sing praises to your father. Your father is very, very wicked. Your father is like a monster. Your papa heart dark like charcoal. In fact, even charcoal pure pass your papa heart. Your papa be like demon where they come out for inside pit. Tell your father that people are suffering. You go say, may they bring down the song. Now, because of if I get connection, the kind talk the kind song I go sing for your papa head, the kind song I go sing for your family head, if on just hear the song like this, I go lock door. Useless family. Your father is very, very useless to this country. Tell your father to be useful. Tell your father to be useful so that people go sing praises. Your papa no go put people for poverty, put people for sorrow, put people for inside suffering. Then you expect us to clap hand for your papa. Tell your father people are suffering, people are dying of hunger. You go there, say they bring down the song where Eedris Abdulkareem drop. If when I bring down the song, we are still going to vibe on the song. Idiot family. See, I too take and too personal because I'm suffering. Even if I see the condition of this country is affecting my life, and I'm not going to keep quiet.
So some weeks ago, we talk about this Raye girl. We call out NYSC because of the bad situation of the country, economy, increase in prices of things, and the country at large. Another one sub for North. We can't they attack the Northerners, say that they support this badness with some of their Fulani headsmen guys they do. Now finally we don't come get somebody when he be like say get sense, get human sympathy, and he gets that normal human feelings of how the economy dey and how it dey hit up. Because it can't be like say now only the Northerners they enjoy this government. It can't be like say this whole unaliving and buying of people where they go on from different of these states them, it be like then they enjoy them. This girl come outside, talk about a rape, talk about bad governance, talk about the economy. Yeah, waiting they do, they sentence this girl to magistrate court. 2 years imprisonment, 12 chokes of cane, or with a bail term of 50,000 naira for this country. I want to know, is it that he get law where they work for the North, when they work for here? Because I don't understand for this age and time. The judiciary, please, what it really be on a problem? We need know, because we not go fit day here say when they talk about. I not fit say because this girl are not, we not go talk the same way we spoke out for this Raye girl, this NYSC girl. Now this copper, now the same way we go talk about this girl because now Nigeria we dey. Problem day right now because Nigeria don't finish. Girl come outside, they talk about how she feel. She no insult anybody, she no call anybody name, she just they complain of rape. This now one of the greatest crime when it be like say now wetin they put R. Kelly for prison when he did so. Now crime when they do they use play. The girl come outside, they kick against them, talk about bad government. They sentence the girl to 2 years imprisonment. 2 years to talk your mind. I go like know the lawyer, the judge, we sit down pass this judgment. Because as it stands right now, job be like say, madness don't they roam around the judiciary. Some people don't they craze. There's nothing you want to tell me. People don't they mad for the judiciary system. I know say as I talk, una fit come. People don't they mad. Is it that una don't they smoke? NDLEA need to check, make all the lawyers in Nigeria from INEC, the judiciary sector, they need to do what they call mental check. Problem is going on. Yes, this will not be done as magistrate court. 2 years. 2 years. So we not supposed to talk. You talk prison 50,000 naira. Hey, this age and 2025, they go lie the girl for ground, flog am. She not thief. She not come school late. No be labor prefect one beat am. No be in papa beat am say you do this. That's another person. Mama go come put you for ground. They flog you. Say you thought say this thing way they go on for the country, you not like them. And this thing way they talk about now bad thing. No. They will call lie me for grant. Say Koboko lie down for saying rice is now 100,000 instead of 20,000. You flog me one. For saying rape is bad, instead of saying it's good, they go flog me. For saying Tinubu is on a papa. See, both the the person who passed this judgment, your father. The people when they inside the court when they pass the judgment, your father. The clerk when they shall court, your mama. All of on family, you know go better for all of us because this girl, this so far apart from this our woman bring back our guest Aisha Yusuf. This the one I know say we still get other reasonable, you know, Arewas and Northerners. We get sense, but this the one we don't stand out in the midst of this chaos, the midst of the problem. You speak out, you talk out. All the Northerners who been they shout that time for what happen for Rome. If una no talk now, you no go be all of una from tomorrow Sunday. Una no go see as you wake up to one talk, your voice go cease. All of una go begin the una go dumb because the country now, they use us play Ludo, they play chess.
This message is for all the Southerners. From today henceforth, anywhere you see Dangote motor, make sure you search it very well. Like, give them thorough searchings. Because this thing will happen for Urumi. Now, evidence saying that Dangote motor they take move those Fulani from one state to another. Now, pure evidence saying that Dangote motor they take move those Fulani from one state to another. So please, anywhere you see Dangote motor, no alarm pass without thorough searching. In order to protect the life of your people. Don't take this for granted. And make sure you don't collect bribe and allow them to pass. Thank you.
Ó tásìkò náà agbára yìí kò ń ṣe fún òkè ọya nìkan. Yorùbá ló kàn. Tá a bá dẹ̀ sá Yorùbá náà, èmi ló kàn. Tí face mask bá yọ bó ti ẹ̀gbọ́n mẹ́ dání sí ẹsẹ̀ má má fi kíní ẹsẹ̀ nu ẹ̀ náà wàá kọ́ fi sójú ara ẹ̀ tó bá kọ́ fi sí ẹnu ẹ̀ tó bá change tó bá protect rẹ̀ ní kó tó protect ọmọ tó gbé dání àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
Top of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here on a very, very sad note. Wallahi, yesterday and day before yesterday, when I saw the pictures, the gruesome pictures of the individuals that were unalived in Bokos, I wept for my country. Not just Bokos, in Ehamofu and also Adani in Enugu State. It is very, very unfortunate that these things are happening. These headsmen, I don't understand how somebody is going to compare the life of a cow to a life of a human being. Who does that? Let's assume something happens to the headsmen. Why would you take the laws into your hands? This is not the first time you people are doing this thing. I worked in Enugu for 5 years. I worked under the Enugu State Peace and Security Committee. There is no local government in Enugu that I have not been to, trying to curb this menace between farmers and herders. I've been to all these places, from Nkerefi in Ogu, to Adani, Isuzo, Uzuwani, Udi, Igwetiti, Igweze. You understand? I've been to all these places, Oba, Nsuka, because I was with the Enugu State Peace and Security Committee that was constituted by the former governor, Right Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. We go into these villages, we see the destruction that these headsmen usually do and cause. So my problem is, what is wrong with the security architectures of these states? For how long these headsmen attacks have been consistent for the past decade? I can remember the attack in Dogonawa in Jos. So I wonder, children that do not know anything about whatever it is, I wonder how you are going to take your cows close to somebody's farm, destroy the person's farm. Though I know sometimes the reaction from the farmer sometimes is harsh, of which I understand. It's difficult for you to put ones and twos together, farm, and then see it destroyed. But I wonder how this will now result to you coming back in the night and destroying a whole community, unaliving a whole community, unaliving over 100 people that know nothing about what transpired. For crying out loud, where is that done? Where is that done on this earth? Where is that done? Only in Nigeria. I saw the governor of Plateau State, Caleb Muftuanga. I would definitely applaud you, Mr. Governor, for your swift intervention in going to Bokos. I don't know what the Enugu State governor is doing about the Adani situation and that of Ehamofu. But I even saw the governor of Plateau State in Abuja trying to seal a deal with the security architecture about the surveillance, I think drones and some other things. But this has to stop. If you know what I experienced in Enugu, I'll find time and give you people. I have concrete details of what is happening between farmer and herders. I have details of the issues with the farmers. I have details of the issues with the herders. I think it's time we do something about this collectively. So if you condemn the killing of Deborah, now condemn the killing of the 16 people in Edo State, Uromi, and you're not condemning the killings in Bokos, then you are a hypocrite. What is wrong. You cannot side one particular people and you are expecting change. No. If you want to criticize constructively. That's just it. I'll be on the TikTok live this night, 9:30 p.m. 5th of April 2025, to discuss the massacre and unaliving of innocent souls in Adani, in Bokos, and the one of Ehamofu. Let's come on and discuss constructively and find a way out as concerned citizens of this country. Peace and love.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, abeg, Tinubu, abeg, I tell God, they beg you, abeg. No come out again for 2027, abeg. The one wey don do us don do, abeg. Tinubu, abeg. Tinubu, I need that, they beg you, abeg. APC, abeg. No come again 2027, abeg. Nigerians will dey suffer, we dey hungry, abeg. Tinubu, abeg you, no come again, abeg. 2027, no wan see your poster again. Tinubu, I beg you. If you get anything we don do you, forgive us. us. Abeg, we want to get 2027. Tinubu, I take God beg you, APC. Abeg, hunger too much, insecurity too much, starvation too much, unemployment too much, the hardship is too much. Tinubu, abeg, oh, Tinubu, abeg, we no need you again. 2027, na just 2 years we dey suffer like this. You can't do 8 years. Na im be say ebi ń pa àwa, hungry go kill us o, insecurity go finish us. Tinubu, abeg, no come 2027. I take God beg you, abeg. I dey beg Seyi Tinubu, I dey beg Tinubu, I dey beg im wife, abeg, una no come 2027. Abeg, thank you. God bless you. No come 2027. Yeah.
No, I mean, another person isn't telling me. You see the picture on the screen. I took that picture. If you move to the right, you're going to see me in that picture. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. He has this man who is meant to be the Minister of Labor and Productivity, or rather say on productivity, who went on TV to try to hoodwink Nigerians, telling them that the charge against Bola Tinubu was just for tax, that all he paid was tax, that he had nothing to do with drugs. That is a big lie. I have the document here. Nigerians can see it. I hope you can see it on the screen here. I have the document here. It actually says, and if you look at it, it says docket. A docket, and as I'm speaking, your viewers can go on Google and fact check me. A docket is used for a criminal pending. A criminal pending. So you don't use a docket for a civil matter. And then right on the very first paragraph on this docket, it says that this is a forfeiture action under section under 21 USC section 881. USC is the United States Criminal Code. I will state it again. USC is the United States Criminal Code. Now, if you're watching at home, you can go on Google and you can fact check me. The United States Criminal Code is Title 18 USC, United States Criminal Code. And I'm going to read what section 881 of the USC, the Criminal Code, says. Now, this is it. I'm reading it. Nigerians can see it here. This is what I'm reading. It says, the following shall be subject to forfeiture to the United States, and no property rights shall exist in them. All monies, negotiable instruments, securities, or other things of value furnished or intended to be furnished by any person in exchange for a controlled substance or listed chemical in violation of this subchapter. All proceeds traceable to such an exchange, and all monies, negotiable instruments, and securities used or intended to be used to facilitate any violation of this subchapter. The word used there is controlled substances. Now, for Nigerians who may not understand this, a controlled substance are what they call narcotics, hard drugs. In this case, it was white heroin. Bola Tinubu was involved in a white heroin cartel. We know, and he was the treasurer of that cartel. And then he put some monies into an account. He was working for Mobil. And as he was working for Mobil, his salary was $2,400. Yet he paid in a total of $1.4 million into several accounts. Now, he was asked to explain how he got those monies. He could not explain how he got those monies. So one of those accounts, the monies in there, $460,000, it was forfeited to the United States government. It was not taxed. Now, there is only one agency of the United States government that has been given the authority to take forfeited amount, and that is the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. If you look at the case of the U.S. state, the state versus Ishmael Zambalda, who was the leader of the Sinaloa drug cartel, the exact same language that was used in this docket is the exact same language that was used for that man, Ishmael Zambalda. And if you're watching me, you can Google it. That it says that you agree to forfeit $5 million to the United States. Word for word with what was used for Bola Tinubu. The only difference is the amount. Bola Tinubu forfeited $460,000. Ishmael Zambalda forfeited $5 million. But the source of the money came from the same place, drugs.
Yeah.
You'll throw away.
Tell your papa, Seyi. Tell your papa, country hard. Tell your papa, Seyi. Tell your papa, people are dying. Tell your papa, school fees are not easy to pay. Tell your papa, buying food for children. You can imagine what families of like 8, 9, 10 are going through at the moment. You can imagine if you have like 2 children in the university, 3 children in the university, you know what that means. I mean, a whole lot is happening in Nigeria. And this guy has taken his time to, like, there is no exaggeration in the song of, Abdulkareem. There is no exaggeration. He said it the way it is happening live in Nigeria. I mean, everybody living in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, can relate to what this guy said in this video. Instead of them to give him a thumbs up and to praise him to have tried his best, because there was no exaggeration. And he said it that if Tinubu does well, that he will praise Tinubu. And if Tinubu doesn't do it, tell me what he did that, or what he said that they feel is a crime. This guy talked about the insecurity. They don't go by road. They fly private. They don't just fly by air. They fly private jet. And in that private jet, they have numerous security agents, guiding them, protecting them. I don't know why the Nigerian system is really against the people. If you are in one position in Nigeria, you are seen as God. Now, Tinubu is a president. All his family members are entitled to the Nigerian military, Nigerian police, are entitled to private jet, are entitled to campaigning, as if all of them are working in the government at the moment, It appears all of them are civil servants under Tinubu's government. So tell me how they will be able to share the national cake to get to everybody. It won't, because it's all about them, and that is what we are seeing. It's all about them. Now people are reacting, people are talking about their experiences. They are saying they want to ban. Not even they are saying they banned the song. So this guy has taken his time to make this song they want to ban. The Nigerian said this song cannot be banned. Some people have taken their time to say they are going to make sure they forward this song to all the contacts in their phones, because this song needs to be heard. This song must be sung by Nigerians, so that possibly those that don't want to hear will start hearing. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this country, courtesy of bad governance. Leadership has become the major problem in Nigeria. We have leaders who are self-centered. We have leaders, once they get to that office, they tend to forget all their promises. They tend to forget. Tinubu once led protests against other government, but he doesn't want people to speak against him. So you can imagine that, he once led protests against other governments, and people shouldn't talk about Tinubu. So when you look at it, you find out that these people, they are just up to something else. Anyway, I don't know what you make of all this. Let me know your honest reaction. Looking at the song that Karim said, highlighting the struggles of Nigerians. I mean, daily struggles. No money to eat, no food, no security. You are in your house, you buy. You go out, you buy. You're on the road, you buy. You're on the air, you buy. If not that you have your own private jet, you have your own security, your life is at stake. And this is what only the rich can afford in Nigeria. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.